I am Dr. Jessie John, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. And today we will discuss blood vessels and lymphatic of the thoracic wall. Namaste, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. We will see first intercostal arteries and veins. Each intercostal space contains a large single posterior intercostal artery and two small anterior intercostal arteries and anterior and posterior intercostal veins. So every space is occupied all the veins and arteries, and we will discuss about posterior intercostal arteries. The posterior intercostal arteries of the first two species are branches from the superior intercostal artery, a branch of the costocervical trunk of the subclavian artery. The posterior intercostal arteries of the lower nine species are branches of the descending thoracic aorta. Branches of posterior intercostal arteries. First is dorsal branches that supply the vertebrae, spinal cord, and meninges. And collateral branches, it arises near the costal angle. And anastomosis with an anterior intercostal branch of the internal thoracic and musculophrenic artery. Now we'll see the muscular branches. It will supply the intercostal and pectoral muscles, and mammary branches in the second to the fourth spaces supply the mammary gland, and lateral cutaneous branch that will supply the skin of the lateral trunk. Branches that supply the parietal dura. The posterior intercostal veins drain backward into the azygous, hemizygous vein. On both sides, the first posterior intercostal vein ascends anterior to the neck of the first rib to the and in the ipsilateral brachiocephalic vein. On the right side, the second and third vein form a right superior intercostal vein joining the arch of the azygous vein, and veins from the 4th to 11th drain directly to the azygous vein. On the left side, we have seen that second and third vein form a left superior intercostal vein which drain in the left brachiocephalic vein, and veins from the 4th to 8th and in the accessory hemizygous vein. Veins from the 9th to the 11th and in the hemizygous vein. So this is the azygous vein. Now we'll discuss azygous vein. Azygous vein consists of the main azygous vein, the inferior hemizygous vein, and the superior hemizygous vein. They drain blood from the posterior part of the intercostal spaces, the posterior abdominal wall, the pericardium, the diaphragm, and the bronchi and the esophagus. The origin of the azygous vein is variable. It is often formed by the union of the right ascending lumbar vein and right subcostal vein, or it may arise from the inferior vena cava. It ascends through the aortic opening in the diaphragm on the right side of the aorta to the level of the fifth thoracic vertebra. Here it arches forward above the root of the right lung to empty into the superior vena cava. So what are the tributaries of the azygous vein? We will see the 8 lower right intercostal veins, the right superior intercostal vein, and superior and inferior hemizygous vein, and mediastinal veins. We will see the inferior hemizygous vein. It is often formed by the union of the left ascending lumbar vein and the left subcostal vein at about the level of the 8th thoracic vertebra, turns to the right and joins the azygous vein. And what is the tributaries? The lower left intercostal veins that form the 9 to 11 and mediastinal veins. Superior hemizygous vein. The superior hemizygous vein is formed by the union of the 4th to the 8th intercostal veins. It joins the azygous vein at the level of the 7th thoracic vertebra. You can see here azygous vein and the right superior intercostal veins. Anterior intercostal arteries. The anterior intercostal arteries of the first six spaces are branches of the internal thoracic artery and which arises from the first part of the subclavian artery, and the anterior intercostal artery of the lower spaces are branches of the musculophrenic artery, one of the terminal branches of the internal thoracic artery. The anterior intercostal vein drains forward into the internal thoracic and musculophrenic veins. Now we will see the internal thoracic artery. It supplies the anterior wall of the body from the clavicle to the umbilicus, and it is a branch of the first part of the subclavian artery in the neck. It is its beginning, and it will course as it descends vertically on the pleura behind the costal cartilage, a finger breadth lateral to the sternum, and it will terminate in the sixth intercostal space by dividing into the superior epigastric and musculophrenic arteries. Branches of the internal thoracic artery, the two anterior intercostal arteries for the upper six intercostal spaces, and the perforating arteries which accompany the terminal branches of the corresponding intercostal nerves. Pericardiophonic artery which accompanies the phrenic nerve and supplies the pericardium, and mediastinal arteries to the content of the anterior mediastinum as a thymus, and superior epigastric artery will enter the rectus sheath of the anterior abdominal wall and supplies the rectus muscles as far as the umbilicus. Musculophrenic artery which runs around the costal margin of the diaphragm and supplies the lower intercostal spaces and the diaphragm. We have seen all the branches of the intercostal artery. Internal thoracic vein accompanies the internal thoracic artery and drain into the brachiocephalic vein on each side. Now we'll see the lymph drainage of the thoracic wall. Lymph drainage of the skin of the anterior chest wall passes to the anterior axillary lymph nodes. The lymph drain of the skin of the posterior chest wall passes to the posterior axillary nodes. The lymph drainage of the intercostal spaces passes forward to the internal thoracic nodes situated along the internal thoracic artery and posteriorly to the posterior intercostal nodes and the para-aortic nodes in the posterior mediastinum. Now there are two assessment questions. These are explain azygous vein and second is the explain internal thoracic artery, and you have to answer all these questions in the brief. Thank you so much.